So, part two, I guess, is of some weird pieces of a puzzle I'm putting together in my life. I just have very strange dreams sometimes, and sometimes I don't dream at all, but I have these dreams, and I've actually put some of them on this channel. I like to talk about my dreams. Sorry, there's noises, no one's here but me. I like to talk about my dreams or write them down. I have a lot of dreams of being in space. So I've been on Venus, I've been on other planets. It's like a wasteland with Nazi soldiers, or like they're like dead Nazis. It's weird. Um, just very scattered dreams I've already recorded and put on here. Um, had dreams of being a man, dreams of being a woman, dreams of being different people, watching different things happen after they occur, and then I just go missing or something happens to me. It's like I can transport myself to places at will, and it's weird because it just doesn't. No matter where I want to go, in this reality, it's like I can't go like home with my family. It's almost like what I knew, like my life is gone. And I posted a dream on here about my dream of being in like Celtic ancient Ireland or something, or Scotland. I was somewhere, and being this red-haired maiden, and my father was a king, and how I met this couple, this old woman and this like warlock guy, and just so many things happened in this dream. I posted it on here, but I started trying to equate that with my family. I started putting my family in the mix because, your family is you, essentially. And I often feel like little signs. Like, for instance, my old boss, she looked exactly like my cousin. She started having a sinus infection, and I started feeling like I had some kind of like yeast infection. Well, I went to the doctor, and I was perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. And after I went to the doctor, I was fine. But I noticed like she started having problems with her nose. I was like, what, is her nose in my crotch? Her nose is in my business. Why? What's going on here? Little signs. I know that sounds absolutely crazy and psycho, but it's just stupid little pieces I feel like are relevant, but so dumb. Well, my cousin, she has red hair. I have two cousins with red hair, but this is my youngest cousin. I'm not going to say her name. But when I was a kid, I would watch this show where it was based on this French books from the 1920s, and this girl goes into an orphanage, and she shares the name with my cousin. And I went to an orphanage, and I just started putting two to two together. And I'm not really into astrology. I think it's a crock of shit. But ever since I've been having these dreams where I'm going to different planets and shit, I'm starting to be able to kind of understand the stars. And like, not the fucking famous dunces in society who think they're important, but like the actual space around us and the universe of our mind and things of that sort. And it gets so deep that it's hard to sit here and talk about it. So while I'm thinking about it, I have to record this. Otherwise, I'm not going to want to talk about it. I compress everything. So, I started having this feeling today when I was running around. I went to get something to eat, and the whole time, I just was like, I'm my cousin. Like, I'm my cousin. And I started thinking about, well, I know she is an Aries. And the way that my birth chart is set up, it's like I'm my cousin. Like, I look at it and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm my cousin. But my cousin's there, and then I see who's controlling my cousin, and this person is not a part of my family at all. It's like they don't belong in my family. Why are they in my family? Like, this person does not belong in my family. It's obvious, and they're hiding themselves, but I know who they are. And it's like a whole fucking group of them. And then I started realizing, well, maybe at some point I ran away because I remembered how I ran out of the gates of the development. And then I started realizing, oh, I've been kidnapped at some point. I was kidnapped. Another life, I was murdered. All this stuff has happened to me in the span of my lifetime. And it's like something else was inhabiting my body until around 2020. And I've slowly, like very slowly, been. It's like I walked away with amnesia and I'm just now remembering things. And then I started tying in the dream I had recently when I started thinking about a break in and a robbery and things like this with a group. And I can see people in different faces and things, and I know who's who, and they're just telling on themselves. And it's like, I remembered the dream I had of being the man. And this man is a man that I've seen, but I don't know. And I always had this feeling of fear towards, because I always thought he was a little creepy. But he's the guy that runs a community in Asheville. And I don't know him, but I've tried to reach out to him because I wanted to share my stories and my experiences, and he knew my name. And I thought that was really strange. If you say you don't know who I am, then all of a sudden you know my name. Because if I don't care about someone, I'm not going to take the time to find out their fucking name. I'm not going to, like, because I don't even know his fucking name. I don't give a shit either. But this guy, I was this guy. I had a dream that I was this guy. I've had several dreams that I was this guy. And this guy was robbed. Like, someone broke into his house and, like, I don't know what they did. Like, as the man, inside of the man, I felt like it was a setup. I felt like his son was involved, and his son is my ex. I know that's weird. But he fell, or he was pushed or something off of a ledge and down like a steep ass mountain. And I also recorded this dream. And I heard all of his bones crack when he hit the ground. I felt the pain. I heard his wife or a girlfriend or a woman's voice. I heard sirens. It was a lot. It was in and out, muddled. And then all of a sudden, I got up as this guy. It was like I transported him to an entirely different reality, put my essence inside of him, made him stand up, healed him on the spot, and he walked away. But he had amnesia, and he couldn't remember. And so that dream kind of ties into the experiences I had of having amnesia and not remembering, like walking out of those gates and not really. It's almost like something so bad happened to me that I just blocked. It was like my parents died or something happened that I was a child and it was traumatizing. And I walked out of those gates and someone took me or like killed me or something happened to me, and it happened over and over and over and over and over and over and over so many times that now I'm just now starting to be able to put the pieces together, I guess. And I sound fucking wacko. I don't even give a shit at this point. I'm just venting it all out because it's a lot. But all of these other dreams I've had, I'm piecing them and I'm always someone else in space, or I'm building something, I'm creating families, communities, I'm making things. And it's so obvious to look at things and see like what I've made, but other people have them. And I don't feel bad about this. I just wonder, like, I realized recently I'm dead. It's quite obvious I'm dead. I'm not a living person, but I'm inhabiting my old body. I'm inhabiting a body that I have not inhabited since I feel like I came back from the orphanage. And it's like something else. And it didn't like ruin my life, but I wonder what it was seeing and doing on the other side as me. And I'm just piecing this stuff together, and most of the time I'm just wishing I was still fucking dead. Because I did feel like I was moving freely. I was being different people. I was doing things. I was going in space. I was like a scientist. I created stuff. I discovered things. I was living on a planet. I started a fucking colony. I lived on a planet where the sun went down at 3 p.m. every day. It was a beautiful sunset, but it was very close to the Earth, closer than it is now. And then right next to it, there was another planet, and it was blue, and it was all lit up. And there weren't many people in this colony. And then the other night I had a dream that that there was this planet, and I actually went to the planet that was blue and all lit up beside the sun, and it was the same spiral of instances I've had where I was trying to speak to my father, and my father is some sort of ruler, and I've had dreams like this before in different instances, where I'll try to say something to my father, speak to my father, just tell my father I love him, and there's always a woman who's just fucking mean, and she's cruel, and it's like, it's almost like my mother was when she met my father. But I started thinking about this. I went in this dream the other night. I actually went and visited this planet that was right next to there that was all lit up. And there's like carnival rides and stuff, and I had friends there. But I was different looking than I am, and the woman that was mean looked like me, but it wasn't me. And my friends, it was so sad. We got on a pirate ship that was like one of those rides at the carnival that go up and down and up and down really rapidly. Um, and my friend, like, they had to halt the ride mid-ride and say, no, sorry, you can't afford any more time on this ride. And my friend was like, I'm sorry. And she looked at me and was like, someone just returned a piece of jewelry I made. They wouldn't, if I don't sell my stuff, if I don't sell something every day, I can't do anything. And it was like fucking slavery. Like, this woman running this planet, it was like, it was weird because, like, the colony on the moon is like, we're watching this happen, and she doesn't know, like, that we're all watching her. Like, there's nothing we can really do, but we're trying to. And there's, like, all my friends there, people I've never seen, but they're my friends, and it's so weird. It's just people I don't know. Um, but this brings me to talk about my mother and my father next, because this is something that I've kind of put together in part 3. I think I'll do that.